Okay, this is the fourth time I've started the video. Hi everybody, Radical Gardener. How are you? I just haven't been able to do video the last few weeks. There's just so much background noise out there and just need to stay quiet. I figured the last thing you needed was another video to watch. Anyways, it's done. The garden's done. Completely low maintenance. Maybe 15 minutes a day just to go around and cut some brown leaves off or what have you. This is my asparagus. It's growing weird in that it's all these ferns, and it's the first year, and you're really not supposed to get much. Your first year, maybe even your second with asparagus. But so I'll see what happens next year, but I'm gonna bet you $1 million I didn't plant that deep enough. The passion fruit, you can see, is now going to be climbing along the top of my shed, and the ivy is just looking gorgeous. Is really taking off, and he's coming around the shed too. See, and here's my dragon fruit cactus who's just climbing all the way up there. My shelves just rotted. They were metal and they absolutely rotted on the windowsill, so I took them off today, and I've got the little buckets of cactuses down here now. That didn't work out so well, but this one is looking really good. Gotta just love this gravel. Easy to walk on. Got in here and cleaned up. I planted one small elephant ear over here, and this is what it did on its own. Behind it is the fennel where the butterflies come and hang, but you guys know that. And then of course I have here on this other side, this is an old antenna tower, that I have the passion fruit climbing, and he's going that way. We've taken some old pots. Larry likes to get back in these corners and dig, so we go ahead and put pots back there to keep them from getting back there. I've got some Spanish oregano back there, rosemary. This is my bottle brush tree that's really doing well. He was planted just about a month ago. And the bamboo, you can see, is just loving it back here, all along here. And my grass is here. But now it just all has to grow. Nothing for me to do. Sometimes a weed or two pops out through the gravel, but nothing I can't handle. I did finally get the rest of the gravel down to cover the wires that were down here. The cactus succulent section just keeps looking more spectacular. I have a couple things that didn't like it, and I will replant like this right here, this pot and that pot, but I'll pick some things up this week. But basically it's just great. I'm going to try and go slow so you can see everything. There's so much to see. And then I get in there and do some weeding. That's actually a mango plant. No idea how that got started back there. You see him? Right there. They planted himself in that pot. Oh, nature, you gotta love it. These house plants that I brought out a couple months ago, boy, they sure prefer it out here. Spider plant. Larry gets in that, chews on that a bit. These grasses are getting a little bit tangled. I'm going to get in there and clean these up tomorrow. But look at how that bush that I put in that blue pot, that is just huge now. What did that take, a couple months? And this is a type of philodendron. which is huge. Cleaned up the passion fruit over here. Got a lot of brown leaves. But now I'm going to plant a few more things. The peppers about ready to pull. This is just what's a little bit of bok choy, but I've got some of the seeds from Asian to Garden, or is it Asian to Table? I'll put the link below. And here is my celery, cutting celery. Look at this giant lettuce from Asian to Table. This is my hand. You see if you can see. Look how huge this is. She has the most unusual, look how big this leaf is. Look at this. So I'm going to be cutting and doing salads now. It's time to get him out. And he has maintained that really healthy state for a month and a half. This is a great vegetable. And more bok choy. This needs to come out, and I've been putting it in my omelets, which taste delicious. This is a giant type of lily plant, and you've seen the flowers. They're bigger than my head. But no flowers today, and it's my beautiful fountain. And of course my Confederate jasmine is starting to climb. Here come my big, huge oranges. They're not orange yet. I got quite a few of them on here. And then my okra. He had big yellow flowers today. Flowers close up at night. Of course, my passion flower, which is always going crazy. This took no time at all for this to climb this arch. And then here we are. My mango tree's getting huge. Nice, big, thick stalk. Remember when I got those rains last year, it drowned my other mango tree. But this one got a jump start. So some things are dying back. I mean, like the canless flowers, you know, they've really had their day. Some of them are still looking pretty good, but you know, they seem to bloom and bloom and they say, okay, I'm tired now. My Mexican heather right here. Larry has a tendency to dig in here a little bit. So what we're doing is wherever he's digging, we're putting a pot, and then we're gonna put a tall plant in it. So I'm probably gonna put like a clumping bamboo in the pots that we're putting back here. My eggplant. Beautiful eggplants are showing up on it. God, those animals. Hello. Gorgeous color. So those are just coming out. My berry tree. Look how giant these leaves are getting. So my fruit trees, they've got some fruit on it, but you know, like I said, I screwed up this year. I didn't prune when I was supposed to. More okra, looking gorgeous. Here's my plant from Mars. Of course, the tag fell off. This is typical. So, and then these big, huge, incredible flowers come out. See? So, but at night, it's so funny. So many of these flowers, they close up in the evening, they come out in the sun. And this is how they look when they're getting ready to bloom. They are beautiful. So I have 2 of them here. And then I have some milkweed. I did a little cleanup today. I got to come in just do a little bit more. There's always more to do. And I'm going to go, this is more Confederate jasmine. Don't you love how it twirls? My lemon. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of lemons. I did earlier this year though. And then my fig, I got some figs, but we pruned them back. Is this a fig here? So, here we go. There we go. It's a nice fig. But they'll all do good next year. I'm figuring it out. I do have another water barrel over here, and so that really makes it convenient. I have 3 of them on the property back here, one on the other side. So here it is. So I go tomorrow and I'm ordering a small shed. It's going to be like my girl shed, and it's going to be right in front of this gate, or if it works out, I may take this gate off and the shed will be, there'll be a door on each side so you can get in and out. Remember, I have an entrance on the other side of the garden. So I'm going to go look. There's a place nearby 7 minutes away, and I'm going to order my shed, and I'm going to put a little fire pit in front. And then during the fall and the winter, this is where I'm going to be hanging out. Because like I said, there's really nowhere to sit. And now that I've got this like this, I'm wondering, wow, maybe I should have had the water feature over here, because this is where I would hear it. But I don't think I'm going to do anything about that this year. It's going to take a little wrangling and do it next year. Don't you just love that crunch of the pea gravel? All right. Well, I'll try not to be so long, but gee, I sure love sharing this with those of you who've been on this journey with me. What has it been now? 3 years, 3.5 years that I've had a YouTube channel starting off in Michigan. Boy, life has sure been an adventure, hasn't it? Okay, everybody. Radical Gardener, from my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. And you know I'm sending you a ton of love.